Welcome back to Talk About It in English, where we build the exact phrases you need for real life. Today, we are going to learn a cultural secret that will give you your weekends back, completely guilt-free. Imagine this. It is Thursday at lunch. A friendly coworker says, "Hey, a bunch of us are going hiking on Saturday. You should come." Your stomach drops. You are exhausted. You just want to stay home, drink tea, and study. But you panic because you do not know how to explain that in English without sounding antisocial.
I used to say yes to everything just because my English was not good enough to explain why I wanted to stay home, and I ended up burning out completely.
By the end of this lesson, you will master the 3-step vague decline, giving you the power to say no to any invitation warmly, safely, and in perfect English.
That feeling of panic when someone invites you out is so real. I remember living in my first shared apartment. My roommates were incredibly friendly native speakers. Every Friday night, they would knock on my door and invite me to a pub or a dinner or a movie.
And you probably wanted to go sometimes, but not every single time.
Exactly. I was working full-time and studying English. By Friday night, my brain was completely fried. I just wanted to lie on my bed in silence. But when they knocked and asked if I wanted to come out, my mind would go blank. I felt this intense pressure. I thought, if I say no, they will think I do not like them. They would think I am rude.
That is the exact trap so many A2 and B1 learners fall into. In our native languages, we have all these subtle, soft ways to decline an invitation. We know exactly how to use our tone of voice and our cultural phrases to say, "I love you, but I'm too tired today."
But in English, when you're still building your vocabulary, your brain only gives you one option, the direct translation. And the direct translation is usually just, "No, I cannot go," or "No, I do not want to go."
Which sounds incredibly harsh to a native speaker. If a coworker invites you to lunch and you just say, "No, I cannot go," it stops the conversation completely. It feels cold. It feels like a rejection of the person, not just a rejection of the lunch.
So, because learners know that "no, I cannot go" sounds too rude, they do one of two things. The first thing they do is what I did. They just smile, nod, and say, "Sure, sounds great." And then they sacrifice their entire weekend.
You end up sitting at a loud restaurant for 3 hours, spending money you did not want to spend, feeling completely exhausted, and losing the precious time you had set aside to study or just rest.
And the second thing learners do is even more stressful. They try to invent a massive, detailed excuse to justify why they can't attend.
Yes, the big excuse myth. This is such an important topic to unpack. As learners, we often feel that to be polite, we must provide a verifiable, concrete reason for our absence. We think we have to prove that we are physically unable to attend.
We think to ourselves, I cannot just say I'm tired. That's not a good enough reason. I need a real excuse. So you invent a doctor's appointment, or you say your cousin is visiting from out of town, or you say your car broke down.
But here's why the big, detailed excuse is a terrible strategy for English learners. When you give a native speaker a highly detailed excuse, two things happen. First, you trap yourself in a conversation where you lack the vocabulary to survive.
That's exactly what happens. If you say, I cannot go hiking because my cousin is visiting from out of town, the friendly native speaker is not going to just walk away. They're going to ask follow-up questions to show interest. They'll say, "Oh, how fun. Where's your cousin from? How long are they staying? What are you guys going to do?"
And suddenly, your heart is pounding because you have to invent an entire fake life for a cousin that doesn't exist, using past, present, and future tenses that you are already nervous about.
It's a nightmare. And the second reason the big excuse fails is purely cultural. Native English speakers actually prefer vague excuses for casual invitations.
Let me repeat that because it's the most important cultural secret you will learn today. Native English speakers prefer vague excuses.
If I ask you if you want to grab a coffee on Saturday and you give me a 4-minute, highly detailed story about your plumbing issues and your landlord and your schedule, I'm going to feel a bit awkward. Too much detail sounds defensive. It sounds like you're lying, even if you're telling the truth.
In English-speaking cultures, a soft, vague excuse is the standard form of politeness. It protects your privacy, it protects the other person's feelings, and it ends the conversation smoothly. The native speaker hears a vague excuse and subconsciously thinks, okay, they're busy, no problem. They don't feel offended.
So, how do we actually do this? How do we decline warmly and vaguely without freezing up? It comes down to a simple 3-step formula that we call the vague decline. And step 1 is the most important piece of the puzzle. Step 1 is the softener.
You cannot just deliver your excuse immediately. You have to cushion the impact. You have to show the person that you value the invitation, even though you cannot accept it.
The ultimate softening phrase you need to memorize is this: I wish I could, but...
Let us look at why this phrase is so incredibly effective. I wish I could shows desire. It communicates to the other person, I like you. I like the activity you suggested. In a perfect world, I would absolutely be there.
It separates your feelings for the person from the reality of your schedule. When you say, I wish I could, the listener immediately feels validated. They feel happy that they invited you.
And then the word but introduces the reality. I wish I could, but... Now the magic of this phrase is not just in the words, it is completely, entirely dependent on your intonation.
Intonation is the melody of your voice. In English, how you say something often matters much more than the actual vocabulary you use.
If you say this phrase with a flat, robotic tone, it will not work. If you look at your shoes, cross your arms, and say quickly, I wish I could, it sounds sarcastic. It sounds like you are annoyed they even asked.
To make it sound polite, you have to stretch the words and add a tiny bit of disappointment to your voice. You want to sound like it truly breaks your heart that you cannot go to the cafeteria for a sandwich.
We're going to practice this right now. I want you to focus on the word wish. We're going to stretch that vowel sound. Listen to my voice. I wish I could, but...
Notice how Lily's pitch goes up slightly on the word wish and then gently falls. Let us break it down into pieces. First, just give a little sigh.
I wish I could.
Now at the but. I wish I could, but...
I want you to practice this out loud right wherever you are. Even if you are on the bus, just whisper it to yourself. We'll give you a beat. Ready? I wish I could, but...
Excellent! Feel how soft that is? Feel how it relaxes the muscles in your face? You are projecting warmth. You are projecting friendliness.
Let's try it one more time. Imagine a coworker just asked you to go to a loud, crowded bar on a Friday night, and you are wearing sweatpants in your mind. Take a breath, smile apologetically, and say it. I wish I could, but...
Perfect. Now you can make this softener even stronger by adding a tiny phrase of appreciation right before it. Something like, thanks for the invite, or that sounds amazing.
So the full step 1 package sounds like this. Oh, thanks for the invite. I wish I could, but... By the time you reach the word but, the native speaker is already completely relaxed. They know a rejection is coming, but they feel good about it.
So now we arrive at step 2, the phrase after the but, the actual vague reason. We're going to teach you the only 2 phrases you'll ever need to handle 99% of your social rejections.
Let's start with vague reason number 1. This is the phrase you use when you actually have things to do. Maybe you need to do your laundry, clean your apartment, study for an English exam, or do grocery shopping.
But remember the rule. We do not list our chores. Nobody wants to hear about your dirty laundry. We want to keep it vague and respectable.
The target phrase is, I need to catch up on some things.
Let's explore this phrase because it is a masterpiece of English communication. I need to catch up on some things.
The phrasal verb here is catch up on. When you need to catch up on something, it means you are behind schedule. You have a deficit. You are lacking something.
You can catch up on sleep, you can catch up on emails, you can catch up on your favorite television show.
But when you just say catch up on some things, you are painting a picture of a busy, responsible adult life. You are telling the person, my life is a bit disorganized right now, and I need this weekend to fix it.
And the beauty of this phrase is that it invites pure sympathy. Every single adult in the world knows what it feels like to be behind on life. When you say, I need to catch up on some things, the native speaker instantly thinks, wow, I've been there. I understand. They will never ask you for a detailed list of what those things are. It's the ultimate polite shield.
So let's link step 1 and step 2 together. Listen to the flow. I wish I could, but I need to catch up on some things this weekend.
Let's practice the connected speech here, because if you say every word separately, it sounds unnatural. Catch up on blends together into one smooth sound. Catch up on. Catch up on.
Try saying just that part out loud. Catch up on.
Now, let us add some things. Catch up on some things. Notice how the rhythm bounces. Catch up on some things. The stress hits up and things.
Let us put the whole sentence together for you to shadow. I will say it slowly, then you repeat. I wish I could, but I need to catch up on some things.
If you are finding this helpful and want to build more natural phrases for your daily life, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We post new topics every week so you can stop translating in your head and start speaking with confidence.
All right, so that was vague reason number 1. Use that when you have chores or studying to do. But what if you have literally nothing to do? What if your apartment is clean, your laundry is done, and you just want to sit on the couch and stare at the wall for 2 days?
This brings us to vague reason number 2. This is my personal favorite. This is for when you just want pure, uninterrupted rest.
The target phrase is, I am keeping my weekend open.
Or the alternative variation, I'm just taking it easy this weekend.
We need to talk about the cultural power behind these phrases. In many cultures, doing nothing is seen as a bad thing. If you say, I have no plans, the other person will immediately say, great, then you have no excuse, come with us.
Exactly. In some countries, if you say, I have no plans, the other person will immediately say, great, then you have no excuse, come with us.
But in modern English-speaking cultures, especially in fast-paced cities, having quiet time is considered a highly valuable, highly respected activity. Taking time for your mental health and physical rest is a valid life event.
I remember the first time I used this phrase. A colleague invited me to a massive barbecue party on a Sunday. I was terrified to say no. I almost invented a lie about a sick relative. But I took a deep breath and just said, oh, thanks for the invite. I wish I could, but I'm keeping my weekend open. I just need to take it easy.
And what did the colleague say?
He just smiled, let out a big sigh, and said, oh man, good for you. I'm so jealous. Enjoy the rest. He completely respected my boundary. He did not ask why I was tired. He didn't push me to come. He validated my need for rest.
That is the magic of keeping my weekend open. The word open implies that you have deliberately cleared your schedule. You have built a fence around your time. You are not doing nothing. You are actively resting.
Let us practice the pronunciation of this one. Keeping my weekend open. The trick here is to link the D at the end of weekend with the O at the beginning of open. Weekend open.
It flows right together. Listen again. I am keeping my weekend open.
Try it out loud. Keeping my weekend open.
Now let us practice the alternative, taking it easy. Here, we link the G in taking to the I in it. Taking it easy. Try that out loud. Taking it easy.
Let us put it all together into a full Step 1 and Step 2 package. You're exhausted. The invite happens. You smile softly and say, I wish I could, but I'm just taking it easy this weekend. I'm keeping it open.
This phrase is so incredibly liberating. The first time you use it in the real world, you will feel a massive weight lift off your shoulders. You are protecting your time without burning any bridges.
But we have to prepare you for reality. Most native speakers will accept your vague excuse immediately, but every office, every university, and every friend group has that one person.
The pushy extrovert.
Yes, the person who will not take no for an answer, the person who thinks they are doing you a favor by forcing you to be social.
This brings us to step 3 of the vague decline, the pushback defense.
You deliver your perfect, polite excuse. You say, I wish I could, but I'm catching up on some things. And the pushy extroverts is, come on, the chores can wait. You can sleep when you're dead. It's only for an hour.
When this happens, learners usually panic. The wall they built has been pushed. They think, oh no, my excuse was not good enough. Now I have to go, or I have to invent a bigger lie.
And the adrenaline spikes, and you suddenly agree to go to a karaoke bar until 2 in the morning.
Do not panic. When someone pushes back, you only need to remember one rule. Do not invent new details. Do not change your story. You simply use the smile and repeat boundary.
The script for step 3 is this. It sounds super fun, but I really just need to take it easy. Next time for sure.
Let's break down why this works. First, you validate their idea again. It sounds super fun. This shows you're not rejecting the activity. You're agreeing that it's a great idea.
Second, you hold the exact same boundary. But I really just need to take it easy. You add the word really to show that your mind is made up. You do not offer a new excuse. You just repeat the vague reason with a bit more firmness.
And finally, you offer future hope. Next time for sure. This is a classic polite closing in English. It tells the person to keep inviting you in the future. It preserves the friendship.
Body language is crucial here. When you deliver step 3, do not step backward. Do not look at the floor. Hold eye contact, give a very warm, genuine smile, and shake your head slightly side to side as you say it.
You are standing your ground, but you are doing it with kindness. Let us practice shadowing this defense phrase. Imagine I am the pushy coworker telling you to come out.
Listen to the rhythm and try to match the friendly firmness. Ah, it sounds super fun, but I really just need to take it easy. Next time for sure.
Let us do it together. 1, 2, 3. It sounds super fun, but I really just need to take it easy this weekend. Next time for sure.
If you can master that one sentence, you will never be trapped into a social event you do not want to attend ever again. You are in complete control of your calendar.
All right, we have covered all 3 steps. Step 1 is the softener. Step 2 is the vague reason. And step 3 is the pushback defense. Now we're going to put you into the simulator.
It is time to prove that these phrases live in your mouth, not just in your head. We're going to run through 2 real-life scenarios. I'm going to play the role of the friendly, slightly pushy native speaker.
And you, the listener, are going to play yourself. You need your weekend to rest and study English. When James invites you, you must use the phrases we learned out loud before he continues. We'll give you a few seconds to speak.
Scenario 1. We're walking out of the office on a Thursday evening. We're at the elevator. I turn to you and say, hey, a few of us from the marketing team are getting dinner and drinks tomorrow night after work. We would love for you to come. You in?
Now it's your turn. Use step 1 and vague reason number 1 about having chores to do. Speak out loud now.
You should have said something like, thanks for the invite. I wish I could, but I need to catch up on some things this weekend.
Excellent. Let us try scenario 2. Same elevator, same Thursday. This time, you want to use vague reason number 2. You want pure rest.
I turn to you and say, hey, the weather is supposed to be beautiful this Saturday. We're driving up to the mountains for a day hike. We have an extra seat in the car. You should totally come with us.
Use step 1 and vague reason number 2. Speak out loud now.
You should have said, I wish I could, but I'm keeping my weekend open. I'm just taking it easy.
Beautiful.
Now, let us do the final boss level. We're going to continue scenario 2. You just told James you are taking it easy, but James is pushy. He's not going to accept your first answer. Get ready to use step 3, the pushback defense.
Oh, come on. You can take it easy on Sunday. The fresh air will be good for you. It's only a few hours. Just come.
Stand your ground. Smile, validate the idea, and hold the boundary. Speak out loud now.
You should have said, "It sounds super fun, but I really just need to take it easy this weekend. Next time for sure."
If you managed to say those phrases out loud, you should be incredibly proud of yourself. You just handled one of the most stressful social interactions an English learner can face, and you did it perfectly.
You protected your boundaries, you kept the friendship intact, and you sounded completely natural doing it. You did not have to invent a fake cousin or a fake doctor's appointment.
Here's your challenge for this week. I want you to deliberately say no to one small, unimportant request or invitation using the phrase, "I'm keeping my weekend open." Do it just to experience the incredible relief of protecting your time in English.
And if you want to know exactly what to say when Monday morning arrives and that same coworker asks you what you did with all your free time, watch our companion video on how to talk about a lazy weekend. We'll give you the exact natural phrases to describe doing absolutely nothing.
You have the right to rest, and now you have the English to protect it. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next lesson.